So it's normal to have doubts even about yourself, but does that make you a fraud, an imposter? Have you ever feared being discovered as an imposter? Well, today I'm going to define what imposter syndrome is and what it isn't, as well as I'm going to talk about the 5 categories of imposter syndrome. Let me get right to it. Imposter syndrome is believing that you're not as competent as others perceive you to be. But they also fear that they'll be exposed as a fraud. So regardless of the amount of education, experience, and accomplishments, they still have a lot of self-doubt. That's what imposter syndrome is. Let me tell you what it isn't. It's not a mental health illness. It's also not being an imposter. An imposter is defined as someone pretending to be someone else. So if I was pretending to be an actress, or your long-lost cousin and you just won a lottery, for example, that would make me an imposter. Okay, let me jump right into the 5 categories of imposter syndrome. The first is the perfectionist. These people set super high goals for themselves. So when they fail to reach their goal, they have a lot of self-doubt and they worry about not measuring up. They can also be control freaks. So if they want something done right, they have to do it themselves. And if they achieve a modicum of success, they're rarely satisfied because they believe they could have done better. So what's an example of this? Who would fit under this category? Athletes, artists, entertainers, the list goes on. Let me go to the second category. This would be known as Superman or Superwoman. They're convinced they're phonies, so they push themselves harder to measure up to their colleagues. They actually find downtime wasteful. So when they're not working, they're actually stressed. So an example of this would be some workaholics that are trying to climb the corporate ladder. The third category is the natural genius. They judge their competence based on the ease and speed that they learn something new. So if they take a long time to master something, they feel a tremendous amount of shame. So that they're similar to perfectionists in that they set super high standards for themselves, but they judge themselves if they don't get things right on the first try. They dislike the idea of having a mentor because they can feel that they can handle things on their own. An example of this would be the genetically gifted because they're used to excelling with very little effort. Fourth category, the soloist. They don't believe for asking for help because if you ask for help, that would just reveal your phoniness. They're independent, but they're so independent to the point that they refuse help just so that they can prove their worthiness. They are of the mentality of, I don't need anyone's help. Fifth category is the expert. They base their competence on what and how much they know and can do. They believe they'll never know enough. So the fear of being exposed as inexperienced or unknowledgeable. Now, it is good to build your skill set, but these experts spend so much time on professional or personal development, it actually turns into a form of procrastination, and they miss out on a lot of important opportunities. So if you learned something from this video, I have another video I want you to watch. It's called Imposter Syndrome Causes and Solutions that can be found on my YouTube channel. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.